imported. So initially, let us observe what are all the images that we have in our dataset. This dataset contains 3 folders, that is 3 classes. So I am taking one of the classes and visualizing the images it contains. So here you can see that I have taken the potato early blight folder and I am visualizing the 12 images from this particular folder, from this particular plant disease. So here you will see that we are using the plt.imshow function, which is defined under matplotlib, and it will help us to visualize. Here you can visualize the images, and you can see that all the images are in the size of 256 by 256. Now let's move forward and convert our images into array. So after visualizing, we will create these images into a NumPy array. It is required because we will need to normalize our dataset after this. So here I have defined a function which will convert my images into our images that we are using for this project into a NumPy array. Let's run this cell and create this function. So after creating the function, let us call this function and create all the images, convert all the images into a NumPy array. Here you can see that I have provided the path as plant images PyAnalytics, which contains 3 other folders, and the labels for these folders are corn common rust, potato early blight, and tomato bacterial spot. So we will be working on these 3 plant diseases. Let's run this cell and convert all the images into a NumPy array. It will take some time because we have around 900 images. So here you can see that this cell has run. So all our images have been converted into a NumPy array. So next step is we'll observe the number of images under different classes. This is important because we need to see if the data set is balanced or not. So let's run this cell and check this out. So here we can see that all the 3 classes have 300 images in it. So our data set is balanced. Now let us observe the shape of the image. Here I am using the image list 0, that is the first image, and the shape of the image is 256 by 256, as we have already visualized that in the above cells. Also it is of 3 channel, that is RGB, because it is a colored image. Next let us check the total number of images, which is the length of all the labels list. So here we can see that it is 900. So we have a total of 900 images, which we can also see here. 3 classes with 300 images, which becomes a total of 900. So next step is to test, train, split the dataset. So we are using sklearn train test split to split the dataset into testing and training. Here you can see that I have taken the test size as 0.2. So my data will be divided into 80% training and 20% testing. Let's run this cell and divide the data. After this, we'll normalize the dataset of our images. For this, we are dividing it by 225 and we are also reshaping it. So now let's run this cell and perform this pre-processing of our images. It will take some time because it depends on the number of images. It's done. Next, what we'll do is we'll create that data, we'll convert the data into categorical, that is one-hot encoding. So one-hot encoding is required, is necessary, because if we don't do one-hot encoding for the target feature, the machine will try to prioritize it. So we'll perform this using two categorical function that is already defined under Keras. So let's run this and do one-hot encoding. It's done. After this,